southwest of downtown Dallas. One of the league's grand setting, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. On the visitor's sideline, Giants head coach Brian Daboll. His guys falling in the season opener, getting a second straight road game to start the season. On the other side, you've got the Cowboys head coach. His guys also fell in the opener a week ago, so we've got a couple of teams here desperately wanting to avoid an 0-2 start. The veteran kicker, Graham Gano, puts it on the tee. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. The Cowboys come out, and they are led out by Dak Prescott, as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, three-time Pro Bowler, who is now 32 years old.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today, and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
First down run, netted 3, so we've got a 2nd and 7 here. On the ground, here's the rookie who played in-state at Austin. And nothing doing there, only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early 3rd down coming up.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Completed right side to Ferguson. And the defense can't go out with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. First and 10.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down. It leads to 2nd and 10. Yeah, here we go. What do you think? They'll go with Williams. And a good, hard run. He would not be denied. Surging forward to pick up 8.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe.
And he will get into the end zone. Devontae Turpin, touchdown Cowboys. His first touchdown of the new campaign. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
The kick is good. Next to score, Cowboys 7, Giants nothing.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This is fielded inside the 5. Whoa! And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. So here come the Giants, and Greg, it is the latest stop for Russell Wilson. A decade and a Super Bowl in Seattle, 2 years in Denver, last year in Pittsburgh. And now Russell Wilson is the Giants QB.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. They get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today. They've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
First down run, picks up 8, so now it's 2nd and a couple. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Giants.
off the play fake. Here's Wilson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's clear whatever they were trying to set up was not going to work. He went through his entire progression, had nobody to throw the ball to, and just kind of surrenders the play and throws it away.
A carry here for Tracy. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Giants.
First down, New York.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
Brings up second down.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. That is caught out wide on the RPO, and they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
First down, Giants.
Now Russ. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
And the Giants.
Out of the gun, here's Russ. That'll be caught by the running back, Singletary. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. That is a gain of 15 halfway there as he's down at the 15.
Oftentimes in the NFL, Mike, blitzing a good quarterback can kind of be feast or famine, because what you do is you actually speed up their process of identifying the open target. So in this case, it's an underneath safety outlet, but the reason he went there so fast is because he was triggered to that target from the blitz. Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They tried to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Forced out left. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. Scatterboo. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Wilson, they'll try to set up the screen here. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass. They go 5 receivers for third down and 4. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Giants.
Touchdown, New York.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Extra point by Gano is up and good. And the Giants come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Short kick taken just inside the 20. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to possess the football for the second time. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. And you play a tight game and lose. It kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into two, one bad play to turn into two. The best teams in this league now, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it, but can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
And this sequence, not one to build on. Going to lose yardage on the third down, and quickly it brings up fourth down.
Some pretty good speed coming off the line there, and it helped him disrupt that draw. Well, I don't think disrupting is the right word. He flat out stopped the draw, handing them a loss.
On fourth down, the veteran Brian Anger on a punt for Dallas. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. This returnable from inside his own 40. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
The drag. Is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. 3rd and 2. Here we go. From the gun, it's Wilson. Back into the hands of his receiver, Hyatt. And he will score. Jalen Hyatt. Touchdown, New York. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Now, Gano for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Giants will move out to a 14-7 lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Devontae Turpin on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll start out first down and 10. To throw is Dak. Now a screen set up for Blue. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
On second down, it's Dak. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Every team has those vertical shots, Mike. They're on the call sheet, and they feel like they can get behind the defense. I think that was one of them, and just couldn't quite connect downfield because he had pretty good separation.
First time to Lamb in this one, and it's a first down.
17 yards. That's good for the Cowboys.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Here comes Williams on the toss to the right. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of one.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but they didn't gain any here, and now it's going to be third down.
Well, they've got them going backwards now, Mike, and this is a worrying trend. We've seen it now the last two plays. They have to be able to generate some leverage at the point of attack. Count on positive yardage in the run game.
On third down, Prescott. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
The Giants offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with first and 10. On the give, it's Tracy. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yardage, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
And it's third down.
Now Wilson throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
First down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Wilson to throw. That's caught left side by Bellinger. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Wilson. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Dak can throw it here on 1st down. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So after 1, it's the Giants leading this one early. We're back to Arlington in a moment. On to the 2nd quarter. Cowboys possess the football. They've got a 2nd and 8 coming up. Prescott. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. And 3rd down coming up.
Andrew Phillips.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. Open man, right side. He's got it. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
These curl routes. He's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and
no chance at all. He'll go down.
So, Mike, look where the corner came from on this blitz. He's all the way on the perimeter of the formation. This particular protection, they're not accounting for what they call corner cat. By the time the quarterback realizes he's blitzing, it's too late, and he's got no choice but to just take the sack.
A quick slant taken by Lamb. They're going to work this down inside the 45. Prescott to his main man, Lamb. CD gets the Cowboys a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. He's got that complete to Turpin. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot. On the option, here's Williams. He steers clear. 1st tackler working his way forward for a gain of about 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He's got it at about the 8. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And he will set up 1st and goal.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his 1st read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And there is a lot of room.
That is hot. What a job to keep the play alive. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas. For Pickens, his 1st touchdown as a Dallas Cowboy. Beautiful play on the move out of the pocket to his left, and he finds the end zone for the touchdown. What a play, Greg.
It really was, and how often do we see quarterbacks that really are trying to make a play, throw the ball to maybe a crowd, throw it into tight coverage, especially down here in the red zone. You have to protect the ball and make great choices, and he keeps that one alive, and it pays off.
Aubrey now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Cowboys will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This returnable from the 4. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Giants offense back onto the field for their next possession. Hey, Greg, you think about the NFC East, I was always fond of saying, you're not allowed to rebuild in the NFC East. Think about these fan bases, Philly, Washington, Dallas, the Giants. Their fans don't stand rebuilds very often. Always feels a different pressure in this division to be one of the best teams in the league every year.
And it's just such a fun division. And last year with Washington turning it around so quickly, Jay Daniels and Dan Quinn, what a great story that was. And then, of course, with Philadelphia, the eventual Super Bowl champs, clearly towards the end of the season, it was pretty evident, at least to all of us, that they were the best team, and that's exactly how things played out. So if you're at the bottom looking up, unlike some of these other divisions where you say, okay, maybe I'm not as far behind as it feels, In the NFC East, Mike, there's just not a lot of easy wins in your division, especially if you're the Giants.
We talk about history, and sometimes people go back 5 or 10 years. I just think back to the generations of great matchups amongst these teams. Greg, when any one of these teams goes to visit the other one, it feels like a historic NFL game because of the legacy. That, to me, is why the NFC East is one of the sexiest divisions in all of sports, not just the NFL.
Oh, absolutely. And it has more of kind of like a college football vibe, right? There's rivalries. The fans kind of they hate each other. They're yelling at each other. They're throwing things at the field. It has a little bit more of a college arch enemy, arch rival type of vibe. And I think that's why it's so fun to football fans all across the league. Whether you're a fan of a team in the East or not, when those two teams are on and they're playing each other, you want to tune in.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. Lost once on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. 3rd and 7. Now Russ. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
They'll work for it. It's Singletary. Huff running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be 1st and goal.
1st and goal, New York.
This is a little bit of a tough spot for a play caller, Mike. 4th down, is it close enough that I can run the ball? Is it far enough that I have to risk a pass? That took some courage to call a run play, and fortunate for them, they're able to celebrate after.
Down to the 4, it'll be 2nd and goal. Gun, here's Russ. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, New York. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Extra point by Gano is up and good. The Giants have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. Good return as he takes it across the 30. Cowboys offense and George Pickens out for their next possession. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release. The draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind, interested to see how they fit in the league as this season gets going.
Yeah, you know, obviously so much attention around the quarterback position, and Cam Ward goes number 1, and then obviously with Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fit, Mike, I think you look at Ashton Genty. He gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back under center, Geno Smith, play action, set up that run game, play good defense? This feels like the early path Pete Carroll took when he took over in Seattle and turned them into a Super Bowl champion. So I'm not saying Genty's Marshawn Lynch, but he certainly feels like that's the fit the Raiders were going for when they took him with their first-round pick.
Hey, let me ask you about Travis Hunter. Of course, a Heisman winner, Colorado, great play, both sides of the ball as a receiver and a corner. You know, Greg, it's hard to come in this league and play well on one side of the ball. Is it realistic to think you may see him on both offense and defense?
That's the million-dollar question, and I think to start, you have to say, okay, let's hang our hat on something. And I think when you look at the league, where is it harder to find impactful players? I believe it's harder to find impactful defensive backs. I think it's a harder position. I think the league favors the offense with the rules and the play style. So if I'm Jacksonville, I'm making Travis Hunter a defensive back on day one, and then I'm going to package my offensive plays around his skill set.
It is brought in the end zone. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Now, Aubrey for the extra point. He knocks it through. Cowboys will even the score. It's now 21-all. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. The return starts from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Giants offense. And their running back set to go once more. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchdown. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread. But now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime, each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because I just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you got the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field a lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come over. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain. So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he is on to punt for Dallas. Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the Passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7 in all outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets. Rams and Jags will also play in London week 6 and 7. The Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London, when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday, very soon, where every team plays one game outside of the U.S. in each regular season. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And he's going to go down. It's a sack, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Defensively, they got a little too eager, as we can see.
Still first down.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. From the shotgun, Wilson. Pass complete to Neighbors. And they have the first down. So they get the completion on 1st and 5. And now set up 1st and 10.
First down, Giants.
Wilson makes the read and keeps it himself. The defense not fighting. They stay at home and they tackle him for no gain.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him. And in this case,
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the 3rd and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now, as he's on to punt for the Giants. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Cowboys offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. A first down throw for Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 6. Now Prescott. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. And will mark him down just shy of the 40. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second. They'll stop the clock. 24 seconds to go until halftime. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw is Prescott. Into space at the 45. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Let's add that to the list of great throws we've seen out of this quarterback here in the first half. We thought he might be in line to have a good game, especially against this style of defense, but let's be honest, Mike, he's been more than just good. He's been sensational.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Pistol out for Prescott. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
And the Cowboys, first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will take a 24-21 lead. So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports.
Our look at the NFL
report.
starts now. In the Steel City, it's the Steelers at home to take on the Seahawks in a rematch of Super Bowl 40. And it's a new tandem for Seattle. Sam Darnold hooking up with Cooper Kupp. An 11-yard touchdown pass. This one's gone to halftime with the Seahawks have the lead at the half in a battle of teams looking to avoid starting 0-2. From there, it's down to the Big Easy in New Orleans. We'll check in on the Saints as they play host to the San Francisco 49ers. And this is the fan favorite, the fullback, Kyle Juszczyk. He's going to take this one in, 7 yards on the rushing touchdown. This one's at halftime with the Niners with the lead at the half in a battle of 1-0 teams. Last but not least, let's go to Baltimore. The Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns. And it's the NFL's all-time leading rusher as a quarterback, Lamar Jackson. He pulls it, and now he's thinking first down. Now he's thinking touchdown. 31 yards on the scramble for the score. This one's gone to halftime, and it's the Ravens with the lead at the half. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. In the game you're watching, it's been tight throughout, a field goal separating these two sides through 2 quarters. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably. tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own
Following the
23-yard
kickoff,
line.
we have an injured player on the field. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. That'll be caught by the running back, Singletary. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 28-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now, a handoff to Singletary. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game.
Over on him in a crash, and he lost the football. It appears one of the Giants, yes, they were able to fall on it, so they keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. 1st down, Prescott. That's complete, left side to Pickens. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
So anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Cowboys.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the 2nd half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 8.
At the 23-yard line.
On the give, it's Williams. And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the 1st down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up the 1st down.
And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Play fake. Prescott. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Brian Burns. He gets into drop him for his 1st sack of the young season.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a 4th down decision to make.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys add on to their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. He'll start at the 4. The Giants offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The deficit, 6 points. Touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. And they're going to do that with excellent field position. Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Prescott. Now screen set up for Blue. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
48-yard attempt.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Cowboys will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Giants offense ready to see what they can do. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with 1st down. Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Kenneth Murray. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, needless to say, Mike, it's never a good thing when the last 2 passes you've thrown have resulted in turnovers. So I'm not sure what needs to be said. I'm not sure what they need to do on the sideline from a play call, from a conversation standpoint, but clearly it's not working, and they've got to make some changes.
The head man in Dallas, Brian Schottenheimer, his offense going back to work once more. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
On second down, it's Dak. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion. Jake Ferguson was the intended target. And it's going to be third down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And this ball incomplete on third down.
A little miscommunication there, and that brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready for this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Donovan is a rocker, working his way in to record the very first sack of his NFL career.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Get this into the hands of Neighbors. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Wilson to throw. Taken in right side by the tight end Johnson. He had 2 touchdowns earlier. Looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down.
First down, New York.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 32-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards. The break the huddle coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll go back to Singletary on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
Now Russ will get this out wide. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
On the play. And it brings it third down.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals, but in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
On the return, here's Turpin. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. There's CeeDee Lamb heading back out there with the rest of his Cowboys teammates. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. Play action now. Prescott. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was trying to get it to CeeDee Lamb. And it'll lead to a second down.
At the 35-yard line.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Prescott again. This one not quite on target. And too much. That one falls incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
That one hits at the 3, but goes in the wrong direction for the punter. It turns out to be a touchback. The Giants offense ready to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Wilson now, off the bootleg. He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3. 2nd down, they need 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
On 2nd down, it's Singletary. Singletary, a first down and more. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. That's good for a Giants first down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll go right and find his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. From the 46, here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Russ. The throw across his body is complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And he will get into the end zone. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, Giants. That's his first touchdown of the new year.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Gano on to add the extra point. The kick is good, and the Giants will cut it to a 2-point lead.
Giants 31.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense headed back to take over once more. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. First down throw there is incomplete. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, here's Dak.
Prescott's pass complete to Javonte Williams.
3rd and 11.
3rd down and 11.
To the air again. Prescott. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. 13 yards on that pass play. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
3rd and 8.
Again, Prescott to the air. And that is incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Nearly a good one. And hit at the 6, but continues in the end zone. It's a touchback. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. They get that complete right side. It's Bellinger. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
The shotgun. Wilson. He'll step up and run. And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground. What a good choice to get out and run. That's a pickup of 18 and a 1st down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 18.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing is Wilson. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked up by the former 1st-rounder, Kenneth Murray.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back-end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now Russ. He has Hyatt complete.
Wilson's pass complete to Jalen. It's a gain of
2nd and 5.
brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
Back to throw. Wilson. Throw on the run is complete. And it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
He'll look deep here for Neighbors. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Wilson will throw again. Quick slant hooked in by Neighbors. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
First down, New York.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Brings up 2nd down at the 45-yard line.
They'll run straight ahead with Singletary. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
First down, Giants.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Singletary now on 1st and 10. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
Brings up 2nd down.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Singletary. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive. Well, that 3rd down stop sets up a big conversation on this sideline of the offense, Mike. You find yourself in 4th and short, but you're trailing. I think at this stage here in the 4th quarter, I got to send my kicking unit on, take the lead, and hopefully my defense can continue to get stops to pull this game out.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return. Cowboys offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. On the play fake, Dak. That is caught downfield by Pickens. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the toss, it's Williams. Not much there, maybe a yard.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now. And
that's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Newman.
sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
The Giants offense and Russell Wilson set to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And a nice game there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
16-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now it's Wilson. Going for it all. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Black. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
And it's just the last thing you can afford to do, especially in this situation. Like, there's just no need to force the ball. You're playing with a lead. It's late in the game, and I know he's got a lot of confidence in his arm, and he thinks he can get away with it, but that decision, it proves to be costly.
The Cowboys offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Prescott now. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being 1st and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible. A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
2nd down, Prescott. Adds to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
That one, take it in. Monte Turpin, touchdown, Dallas. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
All right, so the Cowboys set to go for 2.
The Cowboys will line up.
Prescott. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and The result, 2 points.
Y'all gotta pop my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. Anybody know Power Rangers? Mom also dangerous. Y'all talk about Rangers. Don't you talk the Matrix. That takes my soul.
So a big change here. They go from down 1, score the touchdown, add the 2. Now they lead by 7 as they kick it off. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. The Giants offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Slayton is the man in motion. They'll give it to Singletary to begin this drive. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down by Marcus Epps. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 27-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. This one taken in by Hyatt. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
That'll be caught by the running back, Singletary. Trying to get away, but he will not. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage, and now it's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's going to have the Giants' 1st down. It's a gain of 12, facing 4th down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
After allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Somebody gotta do it. I'm in. Hey, somebody gotta do it. I take the G. Hey, watch him do it. We survived outside, all from the music.
Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Russ. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. The motion there, tight end Johnson. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. Double as good there. They get the 1st down and save a timeout. Wilson. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. Double as good there. They get the 1st down and save a timeout. They go play action now. Wilson. And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline. 2nd and 6 coming up.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Singletary. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Wilson. Moving to his left. And he will have the Giants' 1st down. Well, it didn't appear that he got it by much. He needed 4. He got 4 on 3rd down.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up first and goal.
And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. And they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ballgame.
At the 1-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. They've got to burn the timeout. They do. That is a Hoss sack. Now maybe they only have time for one play. This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal. Wilson taking off, and it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for 2, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it 2-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. Final seconds here, overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off. This taken at the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's going to be run out of bounds. We've got zeros on the clock. We're going to keep going. We are heading to overtime. So, overtime coming up, and remember the rules now were changed in the offseason. They're the same as the overtime playoff rules. So each team gets to possess the football once. If you score a touchdown in the opening drive, it's no longer a walk-off. The other team can match it. From then on, it's next score wins. Each team gets 3 timeouts. Any defensive score ends the game. All replay challenges come from upstairs, and we play 1 overtime period. If it's still tied, that's the way the game ends.
To kick off for New York.
This just makes it to the landing zone. It's taken at the 18. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Cowboys offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd down.
Now a first throw here in overtime. To the outside. Catch made by Pickens. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now. And this one's good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
They run over center with Williams. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And that not a guy you can afford to lose here in overtime. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll go again with Williams. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 4. Play action now. Prescott. Left side, caught by Ferguson. And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And that not a guy you can afford to lose here in overtime. Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal. They'll run. It's Williams. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Olsen and Ebo, the good coverage. Gets his hand in there to knock it away.
This is teach tape for man defense, Mike. I mean, he is not looking back at the quarterback at all. He is in the hip pocket of his receiver. He's staying in phase and in rhythm. And then he knows when the wide receiver's hands go up, attack the ball.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. George Pickens. Touchdown, Cowboys. Greg, exactly the way you want to handle it when you get the ball to start overtime.
Absolutely, Mike. You want to strike first. You understand the defense is wearing down. It's been a long game. Now you are one stop away from getting out of here with a huge win.
So, overtime coming up. And remember, the rules now were changed in the offseason. They're the same as the overtime playoff rules. So each team gets to possess the football once. If you score a touchdown on the opening drive, it's no longer a walk-off. The other team can match it. From then on, it's next score wins. Each team gets 3 timeouts. Any defensive score ends the game. All replay challenges come from upstairs, and we play 1 overtime period. If it's still tied, that's the way the game ends. The drive starts with a carry by Singletary. Not much happening there, just a short game. From 29, here's second and 8. They'll run once more with Singletary. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
So the key to these off-tackle style run plays, Mike, is you can't allow penetration. You cannot allow the defenders to get in your backfield, because when they do, the play really has no chance and you end up going backwards.
Third and 11. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? The penalty yardage gets them a little closer, but still, tough third down conversion coming up. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's caught. Left side, it's complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
That'll be batted away, incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
He told us earlier in the week that his ball skills might actually be better than some of the guys he's covering, and we kind of chuckled. But it's pretty clear to see where that confidence comes from, Mike. I mean, the next step for him, not only go up and attack that ball at its highest point, but come down with the pick.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, third and 5. Again, Wilson. Over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that will be a bit of a letdown. These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
On second down, a run with Scatterboot. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. First down, Giants.
First down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pick.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. And that not a guy you can afford to lose here in overtime. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Second down throw for Jameis. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Peyton Turner in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Out of the gun, it's Winston. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
You can tell that all these hits, Mike, they're starting to add up. He just doesn't look comfortable. His eyes aren't downfield. You can see his feet aren't settled. When you get sacked this many times in a game, it's kind of hard to blame him, but he's definitely feeling it.
The Giants sending out their punter. And he's on for a big one here in overtime. That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. So it's a win for the Cowboys. They had to work for this one. All even through four quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with a victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys as we say so long from Arlington.